Hi, I'm Elizabeth. Welcome to my universe. Thank you so much for joining me. You know, I used to suffer from depression for the longest time. From the age of 13 to the age of 37, I suffered from, God, I would go into some pretty dark places. And I contemplated suicide many times. And actually, in another program that I'll talk about suicide, I'm going to share a passage with you. Not in this program, but in another program, I will share a passage with you that I wrote in my diary as I was contemplating suicide. I know what it feels like to be depressed and to be contemplating suicide. And what I find really distressing is that in going through these court-ordered Pfizer FDA documents that are being dribbled out monthly, they list psychiatric disorders as having been experienced by the subjects in these phase 1 to phase 3 trials. Now, I'm talking about suicide. Subjects have been withdrawn or withdrew because of suicide ideation. There's been schizophrenia. So there are psychiatric issues connected with their C19 vax during the trial. And yet Pfizer, the FDA, the government, and media never mentioned psychiatric issues that were connected with the C19 vax during the trials. And FDA and Pfizer fought hard to keep that information out of the public's hands. Pregnant women weren't part of the trials, but some women became pregnant while in the trial and then dropped out, but they did follow them. And there were there were miscarriages, there were issues with the baby. There were issues with the pregnancy that occurred to these women. Yet the FDA and Pfizer and the government and the media keep telling us how safe the C19 vax is for pregnant women. So we've got psychiatric issues that have occurred during these C19 vax trials. We have pregnancy issues that have occurred during the Pfizer C19 vax trials in 2020, and we had many issues affecting the reproductive organs occurred during these C19 Pfizer trials in 2020. Yet, again, you don't hear any of that information. You don't hear any of those warnings on any of the information that is being propagated forward by the government, by the media, by the pharmacies, by the health bodies. Why? The information is right there on the phmpt.org website. You'd think that the news media would be all over this. Why aren't they? It boggles my mind. You know, Elizabeth's Universe is all about sharing information. It's all about growing together. It's all about empowering. Knowledge is power. I'm just giving you some food for thought. There are a lot of serious adverse events connected to this C19 vax. Do your own research. Don't rely on the government's word for it, that they're safe. Don't rely on the media's word that they're safe. Don't rely on anybody's word that they're safe. Do your own research. If you value your life and your quality of life, if you value your baby's life, if you value your child's life, if you value your parents' life, if you value life, do the research. phmpt.org. I'll put the link below. And on that note, this is a short and sweet one. I thank you for joining me on this chat. And like I said, Elizabeth's Universe is all about sharing information and providing food for thought. And I hope that I've done that today. I thank you for taking the time to listen. And there's a like button, there's a subscribe button. I'd love to have you along for my next chat. But until that time,